The pictures of this. It's a 6-year-old boy who is inside an experimental balloon that, according to all reports as far as we know, was being made or had been made by his parents. And we have just been told this thing is now down to 300 feet. Now it's at 100 feet. Let's us all take a deep breath. If you are predisposed to do so and you want to say a little prayer, you might want to do so now, because this 6-year-old boy is about 100 feet from the ground.
Let's be clear, we still don't know. We still don't know. There are reports that he may not be in there, and we are not going to show impact. We will be on a delay.
But it looks like it's coming down quite softly. There's a man coming down to it now. He's grabbing it. We're trying to find out.
And in a moment, we're going to see right now if indeed there is somebody inside that balloon.
And don't let it fly away again. A big gust of wind.
All right, it's come down. We've all been holding our breath for about an hour now, trying to figure out if indeed a 6-year-old boy is inside that balloon. You can see sheriff's deputies surrounding it, emergency vehicles, trying to assess and figure out if indeed anybody is inside that balloon. We're going to know within seconds, Rick.
And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but as it was flying, there was a rope or a tether that was hanging off of it. I'm sure by now, for those of you worried that this thing could be flying away again at some point, that it's probably already been held. That tether, that line, has probably been secured by these officials. And as you can see, they're now all having their fingers crossed that the boy is in there and is okay and didn't fall down. And didn't fall out of it, as was reported by one of his siblings earlier, which might be even more difficult or more dangerous for him.
Well, and the question is, if he fell out of that balloon, Rick, you know, where is he? Did he get out in time to where he's okay, or is he someplace else and nobody knows where he is yet? They're not approaching the balloon, getting close to the door. They're staying away from it. They're calling to it. It looks like they're calling for somebody's name. They've now getting shovels out. It looks like they're going to put some weight on the back of that balloon so it's not going to fly away. Digging dirt, putting weight on the back of the balloon so it won't take off again. But I'm trying to figure out, where is the door where possibly he got inside of that balloon? And if indeed he is inside, is he there on the bottom of the Mylar balloon?
I'll tell you, this is one of those stories that really will tell itself shortly here. The picture is about
Rick, I don't know if anybody's in there.
Describe it for us.
They'd be going right in.
I'll tell you, you can only hope he's in there, but right now I have not seen them go in and get the little boy out. It doesn't even look like they're making an effort to. I'm confused.
Well,
because it doesn't. You know what I also haven't seen, to be honest with you, I haven't seen them go in and check yet. Let's stay on the picture as much as we possibly can. We certainly thank our affiliates for providing us with this picture. Now you see a guy. Now you see him taking the helium. They're popping the balloon. There you go again. They're popping the balloon, removing whatever helium is left inside. But, you know, I know what you all are thinking. I mean, to heck with the balloon. Where's that little boy, and what happened to that little boy? Did he fall out or not?
Is there a little boy in there or not? We're getting information from one of my producers. You were asking about the family, Rick. Yeah. Apparently, Dad is a weather chaser. He lives in Colorado. His dad has had a fascination. He's a contractor and a retired weatherman, and he's had a tremendous interest in chasing weather and experimenting with things like this. This is to the Denver Post coming through. My producer just sent it to me.
Yeah,
there we go. We're bringing it up right now. There it is online with the Denver Post. Okay, Rick, I don't think there's a little boy in that balloon. They've taken it apart.
And we should probably say, for that reason, we're looking at the article here in front of us, and we have the little boy, we have the father's name, but we don't think it would be prudent at this point to release the information about his father other than what we just read to you from the Denver Post, and that is that his father is an avid weather chaser. Given the fact that it appears that the boy may have fallen out of the balloon, if in fact he's not found there, which is what one of his siblings has said, then I'm sure you understand why we're going to withhold that information until officials tell us it would be the correct time to do so. If in case there is an issue here, we want the family to be notified before we announce it on national television.
But we do want to point out, there you see some deputies, they folded over the balloon, they folded over that basket there. There you don't see medics. going through that balloon? I mean, do you see any paramedics? Do you see anybody? They're taking the balloon apart now, looking inside. They've completely got the helium out of that balloon. So far, right now.
By the way, we got a guest standing by now who's an expert on these type of experimental balloons. Dan Hess is joining us. Mr. Hess, are you there, sir?
I'm here.
Hey, you've been watching this, I imagine, with us for quite some time. First of all, just give us your take generally before I ask you any specific questions.
Well, it's obviously landed, and they've taken the helium out of the aircraft so that it's no longer going to go back into the sky. So we're trying to determine, I'm sure, whether or not the child is aboard.
Well, wouldn't we have known already if the child was aboard? I mean, wouldn't we have seen some official take him out of there and carry him to a rescue vehicle?
We would hope so.